Now, this Nolan Well case has this internet completely divided. You got some content creators saying that Nolan Well's friends know a little bit more than what they are telling the public. Then on the other hand, you got some content creators saying that majority of these content creators need to slow down before jumping to conclusion. But after me listening to a lot of these clips going on this internet about this Nolan Well case, I can honestly say there's a conversation that needs to be had that everybody is missing right now. Now, this Nolan Wells case started to catch traction and go viral on July the 14th, where there was a whole lot of speculations on what actually happened to Nolan. Was there foul play on the boat? Was his friends involved? Well, it started to gain so much traction and it started to bring national attention due to the fact that it took place in Alabama, where you got your people like Al Sharpton, Benjamin Crump, and the new guy named Brian Tatum that got involved in it, to where it's probably going to be some type of lawsuits. That is what make people start to talk.
Nolan Wells' frenemies have been panicking, bro. They've been in a full state of terror. Bart started off the panic. Bart obtaining legal counsel, just like the others, is one thing. But before Bart, nobody else have released a full and public statement and have fully said, listen, we coming after you. If my name is said on that live stream, we is coming after you. They've already started setting cease and desist. When that audio got released, they all of a sudden remember things. When that audio made them remember, they actually know a couple of things they ain't been saying. When that audio got released, Bart hit up the police and gave them 20 names. So as far as we know it, bro, Bart seen the writing on the wall. Bart already seen, man, listen, man, they getting ready to squeal, and Bart just squealed first. Before we get to that, we have to rewind real quick and get to the other black friend. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you guys don't know, man, Nolan Wells' parents, they went ape, they went hysterical, they went crazy on this black friend. Fam, Nolan Wells' parents are finally fighting back, and they are exposing the black friend. You know, Tristan, Mr. My black family was.
Now, I understand where Poetik Flakko is coming from with this one. If lawsuits are being discussed and people are starting to change their stories up, then that's definitely worth paying attention to. But this is where I disagree with Flakko. It's not the topic, it's the tone. Man, a young man's life has been taken, bro. With all the giggles and things, I think that his family deserve a little bit more seriousness when this topic is being discussed.
2 shades up and 10 shades down. Listen, stop getting mad at people for doing exactly what you're doing. I'm going to say this again. Stop getting mad at people for doing exactly what you're doing. Everyone on the internet is speculating. No one knows what happened. But based on the autopsies, which have nothing to do with Brandon Tatum, mama went and got her own private autopsy. The county that he died in, they did their autopsy. Based on both autopsies, right? This is what we know. There was no blunt force trauma. There was no signs of a struggle, forced asphyxiation, forced drowning, any of that stuff. The autopsies have concluded that. This is what we know. So we know that no one hit this boy in the back of the head and knocked him off the boat. We know nobody shot him, stabbed him, and we know nobody held him underwater and drowned him. We know these things.
Now, before I get into the parenting side of this, there's something else that has been on my mind here lately. Social media has changed the way that we react to tragedy these days. I remember years ago when something like this was to take place, man, we would have to wait on the investigators. Now, everybody think they are investigators. You got content creators saying this. You got content creators saying that. Then you got the comments picking sides. Before you know it, the whole social media done solved and put everything together for the investigators. I'm not saying don't ask questions. Questions are important, but there's a difference between asking questions and acting like you already know what happened. That's why I understand where Poetik Flakko is coming from, and that's why I understand where Brandon is coming from. One is saying, pay attention. The other one is saying, slow down. Well, I guess there's a truth in between both of them that lies in between. Now, before I end this video, there's one thing I haven't heard enough people talking about. Everybody is debating whether the friends know anything or not. Everybody is debating whether people rushing to conclusions. But here's what I haven't heard enough people ask. What responsibility does the content creators hold when covering situations like this? We all know we want content creators to be accurate, not necessarily be the first, but if you first and you accurate, so be it. And another thing, we all know people are using this situation to make money. They using it as a personal gain. They are not really concerned, because why all the laughing and joking, bro? Do we really accept the laughing and joking? Hey, it's a social media world, man, but we got two content creators coming with their own two different perspectives, man, and I kind of feel like both of them guys probably running the same thing. It was just two different situations that I had found. But at the end of the day, the social media forces people to have an opinion about these type of situations, man. And that's why I don't think this conversation is just about Nolan Wells. It's more about how we all consume this information. Now, here's what caught my attention. After listening to both perspectives, neither one made me ask the question that been stuck on my mind. When does parenting stop? The law says at 18, you're legally an adult, but you are still growing. Your brain is still developing, and most parents are still guiding their children. So does parenting actually stop, or does it become simply guiding? I'm not saying this is the answers to this Nolan Wells case, but this case actually make me think about the parents that are raising 18-year-olds right now. Now, there's one thing I think that we all can agree on. Let's not try to get too caught up in winning online internet debates to where we forget about there is an actual real family that's living through this. But I want to hear from y'all, man. When does parenting actually stop? 18, 21, 25, never. Leave y'all thoughts in the comments, man. This your boy BT Scoop. Hit that like, hype, and subscribe, man. We at 6K subs trying to get to 15, man. This Nolan Wells case is crazy, bro. I actually honestly think that, you know, when you're 18 years old, are you actually grown? You know what I mean? Because your birthday at 11:59. At 12 o'clock, that means you go from not knowing everything to knowing everything to make you grown. I don't think that's the case, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. It's your boy BT Scoop. I'm